paths to that one. I remember one time when I was cross country driving, I had a guy, we were running team, and hauling a freight, and I was in my 20s, early 20s, and I was asleep in the sleeper, and in the sleeper I felt the front tire fall off the edge of the asphalt, and I looked up and said, oh shit, as all I saw was desert, and we went flying. It took a barbed wire fence down, but we went flying and landed in the soft dirt with 6 feet below, and nothing wrong with anything. Drove it out of there, but that was enough. I had enough of that driver. I had to get a different one. Oh yeah. I do things like that. When I get with mine, oh God, 2 weeks after I bought it, we had all sent the record when we tested the house. I got called to go get a track truck over by the Reno Airport. I go get this thing. And this thing ran, drove. I couldn't figure out why I was towing it. So I looked it up. I was going on Rock Boulevard. There's 2 little bridges there. But they're so high. I'm over there like 15 feet. And I'm going on there about 35 miles an hour. And all of a sudden it's just like somebody set the brakes on. I hit a brick wall. And my service all the way up to the windshield. And everything I had was in the front of the truck. And I thought, what? I walked in front of the truck. And I couldn't do a brick wall. I don't know what I hit. There was a can sticking out of the top that the driver didn't want to drive it back. They had a record cut to it. You should have seen that can. I moved the bridge 4 inches. Well, I was hauling crane years ago. There was fires up in Chico and near Chico, California, and Southern California Edison would have us haul their crane so they didn't have to put the miles on it on the road. And I hauled this crane up there, and then I went to bring it back. I guess about 3 months later, and I loaded up on the 9-axle, and I'm bringing it back, and I decided to get off at, I think it's Wasco, off of the 5. I think it's a town called Wasco. Seems like that's where it was. Anyway, they got a truck stop on the east side of the 5. And I'm southbound, so I get off on the west side, and I go underneath the underpass there to the truck stop, and I look and I said, that underpass looks kind of low, so I drove real slow, and sure enough, I wedged underneath it, and I had to let the air out of the tires, because you can't back up with a 9-axle with the tag axle that I had, the Stinger, and so I had to lower the tires, all the air out of the tires on the crane, in order to get out from underneath that underpass. Yeah. And the other thing, years ago, I took out 480 feet of railroad track. Yeah. I was pulling a dozer at 16 years ago. I was pulling a dozer, and it was a dude D10, and the guy in front of me had the key. So he goes over the track, no problem. The fire marshal goes, yeah, you get over this. I said, I said, I'm too heavy. I'm going bigger. I fell off that track. Well, there's that train up down here for years. And I looked at that, well, it looks like 6 years. It's not very often. So I get wedged, and guess what we hear? The horn. So I got in that thing, and I started dumping gears. And I finally started feeling the nuts forward, and I just tore out just enough time to derail the train. Well, I've one time gotten hung up on the railroad tracks, but I had a RGN, a removable gooseneck, that had a hydraulic cylinder in the center that I could raise it and throw steel shims in there, and I made it through there just before the train came, and I'm serious. I barely got over it with the motorcycle cops there and everything, downtown LA, off of Soto, and the train come flying by. And then another time, I wasn't the driver of the other driver was pulling the 9-axle, and I was following him with a big forklift to unload the piece of machinery, and he sees this track, and he says, I can't get across that. And the customer says, oh yeah, we have trucks come and go all the time. He says, yeah, but I got a little boy, there's no way I'm making it over that. He says, oh, Bo, we've got all these machines, they all came in the same way, and I've got 3 machines just like that one, you can get over it. And so he starts to go over it, and he gets hung up. So we jacked I had the 100-ton roll-toe hydraulic jacks. We jacked the trailer up and stuck some what we call mice, but they're dollies, upside down underneath the frame, up to against the frame rails, and backed it off of there, and reloaded it on another truck, and then took it over the railroad tracks. But as soon as we got it backed off of there, a train came by at about 90 miles an hour. So boy, that scared the snot out of us. Yeah, I know. I've got some crazy stuff in my time. Yeah, that's stuff. I don't know about that, but people walk and drop a pole for about 6 miles. I did that. Yeah, I've got some fun stuff. But, that's what it's about. You get to live and learn. I got to live it, I got to learn it, and I'm still alive, so I got to say I did it. So, anyway, how's everything been with you? Have you been okay? Last time I talked to you, there was something going on. I can't remember what, but you were doing something. Well, I'm always doing something, heck. That was clear back in August. I've done a lot since last month. Let's see. Today I installed a whole house fan. I took it today off because I trained Marines, and they took a 96 and there was nobody there. So I came home and installed a whole house fan up in the attic. And then, let's see, Sunday I've got my tower climber coming up, and my boss is coming up because he likes tinkering with me, and we're going to lower the tower and see if we can find out why the rotor doesn't work, and we're going to try and do those repairs on Sunday. Good, Tony. Well, the one guy is, I'm up in Nevada. Northern New York, so that's the PLQ, it's beautiful Reno, Nevada. Okay, was that KK6DOG like dog? Okay, go a little slower. KK2 dog, okay. It isn't that you don't have a good signal in here, it's just there's something underneath you, and they're kind of coming in like a mix. And they're kind of just making you a little bit wobbly or something. Yeah, you got a great feeling here. You're pulling that F5, no problem. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I know exactly where Vacaville is. I know where all that stuff is. Yeah, I live right down there. I'm probably 110 miles away from Oak Ridge. Pleasure to hear from you. I'll put you along. Have a good day, all right? Did you copy him? Yeah, QSL, it's Mike out of Coliseum, New York. I had him only in S3 into North San Diego County. DOG, how copy, Kilo Golf 6, Yankee Victor Delta. UFL, by the way the crow flies, I'm less than 30 miles from Oceanside, in just the other side of Fallbrook. If you were born over here, you might know where Fallbrook is. I'm just east of Fallbrook. I'll put you in the lodge. Thanks for stopping by. Kilo Golf 6, Yankee Victor Delta. Very finished, you have a good one. 7 CLQ Arena. That's my first New York contract in 25 years. Well, it's my second one tonight. Oh, well, okay. I talked to a guy in Michigan the other night, and I talked to a guy in a tugboat just off Massachusetts a while back, and that was interesting. I like that. Then another guy come up with their ship, and I watched it. Man, I wanted that one back. Well, I've got what I call a repeat offender that checks into my net, and he's out of Brooklyn, New York, and his name is Finn. I don't remember right now. I'm just trying to remember what his call is. I don't see it on my log, but it's there. Shoot. It'll come to me here in a minute. Yeah, call there. Alpha Delta 2, Mike. That's him. He's out of Brooklyn, New York, and I didn't hear him the last 2 weeks, but this week and 4 weeks ago he was there, and he's one of the regulars that checks into my net. Well, I'm reading about this guy. He's a hamster, man. I'm telling you, this guy's in everything. 6 meters, 2 meters, 4 meters. He's into it all. Looks good. In fact, I'm throwing one of my repeaters down for the amount where I could do it. They took one of my 2 repeaters down this morning and throw it in the warehouse. This is why I picked it up. It's not like nothing's wrong with it. I have the interest to work on it anymore, so I'm getting them out. As the people go up there, I have to figure out things. That's how it's going. So, anyway, yep, so, yeah, the last time I talked to you, you were doing something. I can't remember what. You were going to some kind of, some kind of meeting. You had to take a special car because it had more antennas on it or something. They wanted little kids and everything else. So I told you to come down to 7208, but you never did. But yeah, that's what it was. So, over to you. Well, in June we had field day, and I know what it was. We were having a community event. What do they call it? I forget the name, what they call it. But anyway, it's a community day where people come and the town has a little open market, and we set up behind the library and put signs up that there's a community ham radio event, and people walk up and say, what the heck is this all about? And sometimes we get kids on the radio, and sometimes we don't. And this last one, we had an elderly gal that came up and was interested, but other than that, didn't have any visitors, so it just wasn't that exciting to me. Yeah, that happens. Well, I gotta tell you, what I do for Boy Scouts, they have a problem with the trucking badge. They can't get a trucking badge because the trucking service will let you get them after 911. You got it's illegal for them to take anybody in those trucking service. So what I do for them up here is they tell me when their meetings are and stuff, because I used to be a counselor for the Boy Scouts, and I print out some pre-trip forms, and I bring a truck, I'll bring that, they exact truck out, and I have them go around as we go through a pre-trip, you know, car bags and this and this and that, and the ones that are 15 and above, I start the motor because I got straight pipe, I don't know for one of the things, so it's super noisy. And I have to hold the throttle down to about 1400 RPM to hear the noise, and explain why they can let you look around, say, this is what you can't see, this is what you hear. You know, I can't hear a horn if it happened or anything else, so that's why you stay away from things. And it's been very successful for years. I mean, those guys love it. Even if they're having the girls come in the Boy Scouts, and I was going to call the other night, they said, man, when you get that thing out of the shop, we'll have it up here, you know, and I'll tell you, it's been rewarding. They have, like, prime rib dinners. I mean, it's pretty good. I got to say, I'm right there. Yeah, prime ribs, that'll get you there. I'll do stupid stuff for prime rib. There you go. I do prime rib about 4 or 5 times a year here, and I've got a 1968 Westinghouse roaster, and you want to do turkey, you want to do prime rib, oh man, does it work. Now, it's amazing. So, yeah, last time I showed up, they had prime rib, and then I had to go to they have a camp down at Topaz Lake, so I built a truck down at Topaz Lake, and I stayed with the Boy Scouts. I came in den with them for a couple nights, and they left, and the Girl Scouts come supposed to be in sick, stay with them. I froze with the Boy Scouts, but man, I've never been so warm with the Girl Scouts. They know how to keep you warm. They were great. Well, I don't know if I want to hear that. The Girl Scouts keeping you warm? Well, I mean, just the way they do things. I mean, they pack the cords in their tents for their like blankets and stuff. I mean, it was just flat. I can't even explain it. They know how to keep something warm. Where the guys, I mean, we're just yeah, I hear you. And speaking of cooking, I'll be doing. I told you I've got a couple of guys coming up Sunday. I've already went and picked up a brisket. I'll smoke a brisket starting Saturday evening, so it's ready for lunch Sunday morning, Sunday at lunch. So what's Rainbow, California close to? Fallbrook is, first of all, about 30 miles, well, no, actually about 12 miles by the way the crow flies from the eastern edge of Camp Pendleton. And then after you leave Camp Pendleton and you go through the naval weapons base there, then you get into Fallbrook. And then you go past Fallbrook and it's my town, Rainbow. But if you go just north, 1.2 miles north of here, is where the county line is for Riverside. And there's the town of Temecula. I went over there today to get brisket and dog food and chicken food. Yeah, a little bit out of the window for me to show up for a rate of brisket. Yep. I'll tell you what, I'm a foodaholic. You tell me food, I'm there. I am there. You can get over that. Well, I've been up and down the coast. I've been up and down the internal roads. I know damn well you can get on the 15 freeway and be here by Sunday morning without a problem. Yeah, almost the truck's out of the shop. Oh, well, shucks. See, if the truck was out of the shop, I've got room up here for you to turn that, turn around with that trailer. Yeah, that's 7 kilos super ID. Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a shop for a while. They left it outside for 4 weeks in a gun strip, so they're trying to put it back together, and it's, you know, most of the parts were there, but there was some things missing. There's something going on with the front end, so I got to take it over to the Boy Scouts and film the front end. Have the front end looked up, because it's pretty squirrely, so I'm going to get that fixed, but yeah, I'm not taking it to a shop like that ever again. I've never seen a disrespected truck like that in my life. So, December 28th, this past December 28th, I bought a crane truck, F550 crane truck. And January 3rd, I picked it up, and I left their property, and it had no power whatsoever. It didn't sound like it was running wrong, but it had no power. So I said, something's wrong. Maybe the turbo's stuck. I don't know. And I got this buddies that have a shop that are experts at that Ford 6.0. So I took it over there, and they said, well, we're rather busy right now. We won't be able to get onto it till Monday. I said, whatever. Just find out why it doesn't have any power, and we'll fix it, you know? Well, the next day, I train Marines. That's what I do for a living. And I'm in the middle of training a bunch of Marines, and my phone rings, and I just kind of glance at it, and it's this RSO, Riverside Sheriff's Office. So I answer it, and they said, do you own this truck? And I said, yep. They said, where'd you park it? And I said, well, I left it at a shop. And where's the shop? And I gave them the address in Temecula. And they says, well, it's over here by French Valley Airport, which is about 20 miles north by northeast, stuck in the mud. And so I couldn't leave, and because I was in the middle of training 130 Marines that day, so I couldn't get away. And so they couldn't leave it there, and they couldn't drive away from it and wait for me. So they had to get a big rig tow in to tow it, $1,275, and they picked it up and drug it over to their shop, and then I had to go pick it back up and take it back to the shop that I had left it at to begin with. Yeah, I know. And these people in the shop, it's not our fault. We left it outside and said, oh, yeah, I'm shit. I'm shooting. You have no idea. Yeah, so it's one of those things. I hope I never see it anywhere else down the part. Every day I watch it. I truck's inside, right? It's a nice truck. Okay. Nice. Just really good care. The cat's inside. Man, I thought I was outside for 4 weeks. They had the hood. They only got 2 more turns on the front bolts to pull the hood off. I think they had the bolts out. They just realized it had steel fenders and those were too heavy for them to carry off. At the time, bolted, they had their driver's key down, all the bolts except for one. And I thought, well, maybe the bolts were gas bolts to work with, there's no bolts in there. And there was some weird plugs on the floor, and I said, it's there. I don't know what they are, but there was some plugs on that floor. So if I were to have every truck on that parking lot, I'd check to see what they drain the oil out of, because there's some plugs in there. So yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty crazy. It's got to be something else. So, well, I'm glad to hear you're okay, and I'm glad to hear that it's good. Did you ever figure out the problem at Chico? Yeah, it's sat for 2 years because of California. It's 2006, and California has CARB, it's California Air Resource Board, says that anything over 14,100 pounds, and this thing weighs 15,100 pounds, so it's 1,000 pounds heavier. Anything over 14,100 pounds has to have a 2010 or newer engine in it, and so the company that owned it, they've got it's a propane company. They just parked it. And I service and install all their radios, and they use my repeater for their radio service. And so I went over there to service some radios, and I saw the truck just sitting there with the window open, and the key in the on position, and the battery's dead. And I said, what's going on with this truck? And they said, oh, we're going to sell it. It's nobody's using it anymore. It was a service truck with the 6,600 capacity boom crane on it. And I says, well, I called the boss and I says, what are you doing? Let me have it. And so I bought it and fired it up and put new batteries in it and fired it up. And now it's, I've used it several times here. It's a nice tool, but I can't leave the property with it because the California Air Resource Board won't pass, won't let me because it's got an old engine. So to make a long story short, what was wrong with it? Well, when it sat there, squirrels made a home underneath the hood, and they chewed on a hose, a little 3/8 hose that tells the computer, in essence, it tells the computer that the turbo's working. And so, since the turbo wasn't working, it wouldn't let it do anything. And so it was just replaced a 3/8 by 14-inch hose, and voila, it works like a striped rampage. Yeah, I have a 2005 so, and everything heads up is no longer forward. I got the Pro Max, what do they call it, head, ERP head mold. This is a diesel intake system. Biggest turbocharger once you buy it in the market. I got finished it before injectors that got the LNC brand gasket kit in it. Got the I went through it. It cost me $50,000, 12-proof kit, all bulletproof, but I kept the ECR valve. Everybody thought I was crazy, but I can't. Because if you walk in there and they find out something possible, you got to find anywhere in the world. They won't talk, you won't go near it. So it's a modification, but I want to go there and I looked at the ECR valve on it. And it was good. I don't know, right now it's sitting at about 575 horsepower and it's now up to 6,000. Over 10 of their tires on the truck. Problem is it's a short engine, but it should be about that. You get rid of the 6 inches behind the axle and it's full speed. Well, I've got a similar truck, but I didn't do all the mods. I've got the only sinister thing I got on it is the water filter, but I've got a 03 60 3/4 ton with, now I just rolled over 359,000 on it. The only thing I've done to it is studded it with the ARP studs. Other than that, it's all stock. It was chipped, but the chip's still under, the edge chip system is still under the hood, but it's all disconnected. And 148,000 is when I had to have it studded, because I found that, see, like I said before, I live on top of a hill, a mountain, and down at the bottom is a place that we hang out that's pretty cool, and they have my beer on tap. And I found that when I drank 3 of those beers, those drafts, Stone IPA, that my right foot got heavy. And I stretched the headphones, blew the top off the radiator, and had to put some work into it. KG650D. Yeah, that's when we decided to put the good thing down on the back of the gear, but we hauled it into that, and it's so it's up that point, but yeah. In fact, tomorrow I gotta go to the race on Sunday, I gotta start looking, I know I got shoes going down, one of these gigs up, so many shoes for it changed up pretty fast, I gotta wear them up plus. Get that going, so I gotta call them, if I can pull them around or something, I call them. But anyway, well, I'm gonna go to bed. I've had it, so I'm gonna, start looking for contact stuff, and this is more interesting. Very good. Well, I didn't buy a Peterbilt to pull my trailer. I decided to get the Ram.